Full disclosure, I didn't know how Antonio Filosa was going to work out at Stellantis. I really wasn't a fan, being that, he's Italian and all of that. And then he comes in and he totally is, I think, maybe the right guy for the job. He's running the company from Detroit. He's making the right moves by hemming everything, which, by the way, that merch is over at tksgarage.com. Hemming everything. But I digress. So you have this happening, right? And now he comes out, as we see an article, which we'll talk about when we come back, about it's time for Europe to roll back those emission standards, those unrealistic goals that they weren't ever going to hit here, and they sure the hell ain't going to hit them there. Roll the intro. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and in today's video I'm talking about Antonio Filosa basically rolling back or siding with and talking to Germany and other EU states about rolling back these unrealistic emissions benchmarks or things that they want to happen from auto manufacturers, because to be honest, they're not attainable. They're just not. They're not attainable, and a company can stay in business, okay? And Antonio Filosa has done a lot since he's come back, right? We know that, we know what's going on with Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's basically, Tim Kuniskis' wheelhouse. That's what he's doing there, as well as, heading up and pushing the SRT return. And Antonio Filosa is giving those guys, Matt and Tim and Bob, and I guess even Christine, the tools that they need to be able to push Hemis and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram back to prominence and profitability. With everything going on in the background with a new, I don't know what the project's called, but back in the day they called it Project Hellcat. That's before the Hellcat came back. And they just basically destroyed the entire muscle car market with that. This new project that they have on deck is something very similar. It's another Project Hellcat with insane horsepower numbers out of an insane engine that they're going to put in a lot of vehicles. And to see this going on with Antonio Filosa now putting, basically telling, the European governments, hey, look, guys, this isn't going to happen. You can't do it. It's not attainable. You're not going to be able to actually get this done. And if you persist, if you push with this, you're going to force these companies out. Now, look, this could be an excuse that Stellantis uses later for cutting Opel or DS or a myriad of the 14 frigging companies that they have across the brands, right? And a lot of those European companies, to be honest, aren't making any money. They're costing them money. Some of them are legacy brands. Is it Maserati? I can see them selling these brands and using this as an excuse as, hey, we can't meet these benchmarks from Europe. We're not going to sit here and play games and play footsies and go back and forth with the, we have to look out for the interests of our shareholders and we're going to sell these brands to China or somebody else. I think that's going to be the move. And I think the threat of that, right? The threat of China moving into Europe, which they're already there. Let's just keep it real, right? But not in a wide scale where they're undercutting the auto market across the board. And I could see that happen. We could 100% see that as a realistic thing that happens if the EU doesn't agree to roll these unrealistic benchmarks back. There's really it's I don't want to say it's impossible for them to do it. It's just so cost prohibitive of the companies to be able to meet these benchmarks. It just doesn't make sense. And that's why when I saw this article with Antonio Filosa, I was like, we got to talk about this. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Or what do you think about Antonio Filosa's leadership, or running of Stellantis since he's become the CEO? Because for me, and I disclose this every time I talk about the company, I am heavily invested into Stellantis. I bought in, when it was under $10 a share. That's where I bought in at, and I'm going to stay in. I believe that the company is going to be profitable. I know some things that are coming at Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram that are going to be selling like hotcakes off of dealers' lots. I'm invested for the long haul. This is not like a short-term position for me where I'm going to be invested in this company for 6 months or a year. I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose like a son of a bitch. So we'll see. But I believe in the brands, at least the brands of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and even in some cases Fiat. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you didn't know, we still have our Ram 1500 giveaway in a partnership with Goodies Popcorn. All you have to do is go over to the website tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com, pick up a box of popcorn. It's like 6 individual microwave poppable packs in a box, and that will get you entered in to win the Ram 1500 Laramie. If you want to see it, you can go follow me on Instagram at tk'sgarage. It is pinned at the top of that page, and there is a direct video on it here on the channel as well. We will be pulling the winner for that Ram 1500 Laramie in just a little bit over 3 weeks. So Christmas Eve is when we're going to pull that winner. So somebody on Christmas is winning a brand new to them Ram 1500 Laramie. If you want, that thing has got to be clean. You can see it. We took delivery of it here on the channel, I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I haven't had it long. Goodies Popcorn reached out. They wanted to do something for the holidays, a giveaway. And look, when I have a massive company like that reach out and they want to sponsor something, it takes away my risk of giving away the truck. Meaning, like, if we didn't sell enough merch, or it wouldn't make sense for me to do it, I'd lose my ass on the truck. But being the fact that we're doing this with Goodies Popcorn and how much they've invested in, it makes this easy. And I like doing it for the holiday season. And we also have an OBD company that hit us up, a scan tool company. There is another giveaway that's going to launch this month as well. They'll be going side by side in the event you want to get into that. And it will come, you basically are going to buy you're going to buy a scan tool for your vehicle, and you'll get entered in to win a vehicle I think everybody's going to want to get their hands on. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.